Back in high school, I had a buddy of mine. His name was Andre Knechtel. And before every single time I kicked a field goal, he'd go and he'd say, "Colton, what's that over there?" And I'd go, "What?" And he'd grab my back and he'd say, "I got your back." And this meant more to me than anything in the world, because at a very young age, my dad instilled in me the idea of loving one another and the idea of brotherhood. And he'd always tell me, "Colton, you gotta agape people," which is a form of love in the Greek language that means provide and protect. And he'd say, "Colton, you gotta agape people with everything that you have." And so brotherhood is found all over the Bible. But one of my favorite places is in Luke. When Jesus is preaching in a house, these guys go and they're like, "Hey, we have a paralyzed friend. If we could get him in front of Jesus, the things that could happen, we don't even know." So they pick him up and they carry him like 7 miles. And when they get to this house, they see that it's completely full and they aren't going to get to Jesus in it. So they said, "What are we going to do?" And they look up at the roof. They say, "All right, let's go." And they carry him on up, and then they cut a hole in the roof. And obviously this is a mud roof because it's back then. And mud's falling on to Jesus, and everyone's just like, "What's that?" And he's just like, "I know what's about to happen." And they cut a hole, and they lower him on in. And then when they lower him in, Jesus goes, and it says in the Bible, knowing their faith, Jesus says to the man, "Your sins are forgiven." And now there's two big parts in this. The sins are forgiven, but the one that I really want to harp on is knowing their faith. He's not talking about the Pharisees all around him. He's talking about the brothers that lowered him down. And knowing their faith and knowing how much brotherhood can do for a man. And I love that idea. And at Baylor, brotherhood is found everywhere, but one of my favorite examples that I got to be a part of is Move-In Day, BU Move-In. And I moved in Penland, and you might have heard a little something if you were walking by, and that might have just been the Hive Squad. But other than that, I was telling people, "Man, I'm glad you're home." And just trying to tell them, "I love you, and I'm going to provide for you, and you got a brother if you ever need one to fall back on." And I tried to let that be known on Move-In Day, and I think it was really well known because we're moving them in. But then what does this mean for camp? I really want to be that guy for these kids. I want them through that freshman year, which I know is already hard, to be able to go and be like, "Hey, I've got you. You can always lean back on me. And I've been through that, and I'm here for you. I love you, man." And those are my main core virtues and my main influencer.